toes touch, knees out wide, sit those hips back, reach those arms out in front of you. Draw the third eye to the mat. Really settle into this child's pose. Recognizing this next hour is to practice that self-love, self-care, so you can shine your light, your love throughout the day. Just taking a moment here to find gratitude. Gratitude from the small things like your toes, your feet, for keeping you grounded each and every day, to the larger things like your mother, your aunts, your fur babies, for always being there for you, wherever they are, on this earth plane or in heaven. Just really feel connected to them today. And your mother's love is unconditional. Our love to others is unconditional. Find gratitude for that. If you're mom yourself, or if you're a fur mom like me, find gratitude for your children, for your fur babies, even if it's for your nieces and your nephews that might drive you crazy. Really feel that connectivity today, even if it's just a phone call away or a prayer. And in honor of Mother's Day, allow your practice to send gratitude out to those people, send healing thoughts and love out to all those people in your life that keep you grounded, show you unconditional love, and those that you show unconditional love to. Really shining our light out today. We're going to move through our flow a little quicker than normal today. Connecting with our breath, connecting with our bodies, our mind, our soul. So take a nice deep inhale, fill the belly, the rib cage, the chest. Constrict the muscles at the back of your throat as you exhale through the nose, making the sounds of the beautiful ocean waves, our Ujjayi breath, our victorious breath pattern. Recognizing how strong we are. On your next inhale, walk the hands over towards the right and just bow over that right thigh. Maybe the left wrist crosses over again, a nice side body stretch on the left side body. Draw that left sitting bone down and back. And coming back through center, walking it over towards the left. Right hand might cross over the left. Draw that right sitting bone back. Just send the breath to the right side body. And then come back to center. Rolling up into your tabletop position. Take your time, shoulders over wrist crease, hips over the knees, and come right into your cats and cows. So inhale, lift the tailbone, lift that heart space, gaze up. Exhale, push the earth away, around that spine. Navel up and in, gaze back. And keep going with your own breath. So your entire inhale rises you up. Your entire exhale draws you back. Any organic movement that feels good for you this morning. And then connecting with Mother Earth beneath us, right? The mother of mothers, our protector, who keeps us grounded and secure. after your next full exhale. Meet me back in that neutral tabletop position. And if you're playing the playlist today, you can start it now. Extending that right leg back behind us and releasing the toes, rocking forward and back. Just waking up the body after hopefully a nice long night's sleep. And find some stillness, shoulders over wrist crease, hip over the knee, lift those right toes off the earth. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, draw that knee in towards the nose and extend it back. This time we're gonna bend the knee towards the ceiling, sole of the foot towards the ceiling, and kick the ceiling and lower all the way to the earth. Inhale, kick the ceiling. Exhale, lower. Inhale, one more time, kick the ceiling. Exhale, lower. This time we're going to inhale, come back to center with that sole of the foot towards the sky. As you exhale, knee out towards the right elbow. Extend it back nice and long. Cross that foot over the midline, gaze over that left shoulder. Press that heel back. Now come back to center, hold here. Option to extend that left arm out in front of you. You're in line with the tricep. Long lines of energy. As you exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend it long. We're going to bring the forearm, the left forearm, onto the mat and lower that right knee. Right forearm's coming to the mat, and we're going to extend that left leg towards the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, try to draw that knee in towards the nose. Inhale, extend it up. Exhale, knee in towards the nose. Inhale, extend it up, push the earth away. Exhale, round it in. Slowly come back up. Come onto the right forearm, the left forearm. Now that left leg's extended nice and long behind you. Exhale, round that knee in towards the nose. Extend it back, sole the foot towards the ceiling. Kick the ceiling away from you and lower that knee down. Kick the ceiling away from you and lower that knee down. One more time, kick that ceiling away from you, lower it down, extend that leg nice and long behind you and cross it over to midline. Gaze over at right shoulder. Come back to center. Knee over towards that left elbow. And extend it nice and long. Always the option to just do this with the leg or the right arm comes out in front of you. Take an inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend it nice and long. Release the right forearm onto the mat. The left forearm onto the mat. Lower that left knee, extend the right leg up towards the sky. Press that earth away, draw the shoulder blades away from each other. Try not to collapse into them. Inhale, exhale and round. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round. Inhale to extend. And exhale to round. Come back, extend it nice and long behind you. Lift onto the left hand, the right hand. And as you exhale, that right foot's coming to the outside of the right hand. Take your time there. Okay, slide that left knee back and just hold. And we're getting right into that hip. Okay, so you don't go any further here because we're just beginning our practice. Try to lower those hips down towards the mat. And breathe. Beautiful. Now slide that left knee back underneath the hip and extend that right leg behind you. Curl those left toes under, hover the knee off the earth, and extend back for a three-legged dog just for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, draw that foot in between the hands. Lower that left knee back down, untuck the toes. Anjalayasana when you're ready. Exhale, sweep the hands back down. Pull back for your half split, half Hanuman. Bend that front knee, heart shines forward, half split. Inhale, forward. Exhale, half split. Inhale, forward. Step that left foot to meet right at the top of the mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, swoop it down, around and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, right back to Mother Earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. That left foot's gonna step back. Soften the knee down, untuck the toes. Left hand plants, right arm reaches to the sky. Right hand releases down. Curl those left toes back under, lift the knee off the earth. Extend that right leg to the sky. Soften that left knee back down. Soften the right knee back down, back to your tabletop position. The left leg's gonna extend nice and long behind us. And we're gonna step that left knee foot on the outside of the left hand, sliding that right knee back. Right, finding that lizard, getting into that hip early. So lower those hips down towards the mat. Gaze forward, try to draw that knee in line with the shoulder. Breathe right into those spaces. Then we're gonna slide that right knee back underneath the hip. Extend that left leg nice and long behind us. Curl those right toes under. Just hover your knee for a moment. And then extend it nice and long behind you like a shortened down dog. And as you exhale, draw that knee back in towards the noose and in between the hands. Knee softens back down. Rise up, Anjalayasana. Exhale here. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame out that foot. Push it back for half split, half Hanuman. Slide it forward, heart shines forward. Exhale, half split. Come back forward. Exhale for that half split one more time. And then come forward, step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, right back to Mother Earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. That right foot's gonna step back, soften the knee down, untuck the toes. Right hand plants, left arm rises. Left hand comes down. Step back into your plank position this time. Soften those knees right down. Chest and chin. Slide forward for your baby cobra. And draw those hips back towards the heels for a child's pose. And come back to your tabletop position, right? Feeling grounded here. Hips right over the knees, lower into a puppy dog pose. And reach those arms out in front of you, lower the chest down. Gaze in between the thumbs, maybe the chin meets the earth, maybe the whole chest meets the earth. And just stretch out that heart space before we come up to our down dog. Just really finding that body expansion. Really creating that space you need today. Opening up your beautiful heart for unconditional love for yourself and for others. Our heart chakra, the color of green. Where we find love, joy, happiness. And then slowly come back, tabletop position. Right, keep curling those toes under, find really strong foundation in the hands. We're gonna hover those knees off the mat. And then we're gonna roll high onto the toes, shoulders past the wrist crease. Draw those heels back. Try to draw the seat back like you're gonna hop, but you're not. And then roll forward. Shoulders past the wrist crease. Stay on those toes, keep those knees hovered, and keep going back and forth. As fast or as slow as you want to go. The thighs may be burning, especially if you've been working out a lot lately. And next time you come back, hold there, and then lift the seat towards the sky for your downward facing dog. Right away, roll forward into your plank position. Check that alignment. I have to move my feet back a little bit today. Shoulders over wrist crease, heels over toes. Exhale it back up. Inhale into your plank like water. Exhale it back up. One more time, inhale, roll forward into your plank. Exhale, lift those feet back up towards the sky. Try to drop those heels down. They don't need to meet the earth. And just walk your dog. Right, pedal out the feet. Connect with that breath. Press equally through both palms. And then find some stillness. That right leg's going to extend up towards the sky. Draw that right foot on the inside of the right thumb. Keep that back knee lifted. Rise up for high crescent lunge. As you exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, twist towards the left. This is a little challenge. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, hover that knee off the earth. Rise back up. Hover that knee off the earth. Rise back up. Hover the knee off the earth. This time we're going to lower it all the way down, untuck the toes, lean back, angel arms, cactus arms. Exhale, crunch it in, fist and elbows together. Inhale, lean back, open everything up wide. Exhale, crunch it in. One more time, inhale, and exhale. This inhale, lift it up to the sky. As you exhale, frame out that foot, half split, half Hanuman. So lean back. Bend that knee, shine that heart forward. Lean back. Bend that knee. Come on back. Bend that front knee, right hand to the inside of the right foot, heel toe it over. This time we're peeling that foot open towards the pinky side, gazing over that shoulder. Not going any further in here. You can always bring the hand to the thigh if that feels really good for you. But just stay right here. Then come back center. Curl those left toes under, lift the knee off the earth. We're stepping that foot on the outside of the left hand. Right, Yogi Squat, first one today. As you inhale, lift it all the way up. As you exhale, swan dive forward, toes point forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, point those toes out, Malasana Yogi Squat. Doing that 2 more times. Inhale, rise, point those toes forward. Exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift it all the way up, point those toes out. Exhale, Yogi Squat. One more time. Inhale, lift, point those toes forward. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up, toes slightly point out. Exhale, Yogi Squat and hold. So that's a variation of our sun salutations, half sun sals. Release those hands, lift the hips, heel toe to feet back together. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. That left foot's going to step back again. We're rising up one more time for high crescent lunge, but this time exhale, prayer twist towards the right, left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Gaze over that right shoulder, try to lift that left hip up slightly to activate the glutes. Long lines of energy. And then come back up, high crescent lunge. Frame out that foot. Step back, plank. Option for knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Do what feels good for you this morning. Cobra, high cobra, maybe an up dog. Draw those shoulders back. Lift that beautiful heart space. And then downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Left leg's gonna reach to the sky. Draw that knee in towards the nose, step it in between the hands. Rise all the way up for high crescent lunge. As you exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, rise it back up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Inhale, rise it back up. Exhale, hover that knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover that knee. And lift. One more time, hover that knee. Soften it all the way down, untuck the toes, lean back, cactus arms. Make fist as you exhale, draw it all in. Inhale it out, fingers spread wide. Exhale, draw it in. One more time, inhale it out. Exhale it in. This inhale, lift it all the way up. As you exhale, frame out that foot. Go back into your half split. Ardha Hanuman. Bend that front knee, heart shines forward. Half split. Lift it back up. One more time for your half split. And then come back forward. Left hand to the inside of the left foot, heel toe it over. We're going to peel that foot open towards the pinky side. You can stay right here if this is feeling really good for you. Maybe the left hand comes to the left thigh, you gaze over that shoulder. Try to relax those hips down. Don't go any further right now. We're coming back one more time here. Just really awakening the body. Slowly come back center. Right foot stepping on the outside of that right hand. Malasana, Yogi Squat. This time in our Yogi Squat, that right hand's going to sweep out, the left arm's going to reach to the sky. Come back to center. The left hand's going to reach out, right arm's going to reach to the sky. Come back to center. Nice deep inhale rises you all the way up, heel toes, feet together. As you exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Relax the shoulders, tuck that tailbone. Gaze down, see all 10 toes. Maybe lift them all up like I am and lower them back down. Take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands. The right foot's gonna step all the way back. Rise up, high crescent lunge. As you exhale, prayer twist towards the left, right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Rise that right hip up slightly to activate the glutes. Gaze over that left shoulder. One long line of energy. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, frame out that foot. Step back, plank. Go through your flow choice, knees, chest, chin, full chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Nice deep inhale. Full exhale. Can you draw that heart space back a little bit deeper? Right leg's coming to the sky. Right knee's coming in towards the nose. Hold. Extend it back up. Right knee's coming over towards the right elbow. Option for a push-up. Rise back up. Right knee's coming towards the left elbow. Lift it back up. Knee back in towards the nose. And step on the inside of that right thumb. Back foot 45 degrees. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Draw that left hip forward, right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, fingertips behind you, heart space forward. Like a big wave, rise it back up. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, draw it back. One more time to inhale, lift it up. This time as you exhale, arms come out nice and wide. Right arm's coming underneath the left for eagle wrap. Back of the hands can touch, the palms can touch. Inhale like an elephant trunk, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Right, bring those hands down towards the earth. So it's our humble warrior with eagle arms. Really connect here. Ground down through the feet. Activate the bandhas. Allow those shoulders to draw away from each other. Inhale, lift it back up. Pivot on that back foot. Heel lifts. Coming into your full eagle wrap. So maybe transition through warrior 3. That feels really good for you today. And then we're going to wrap that left thigh over the right, sit back into that imaginary chair. Toes can meet the earth. You can find that full wrap. Take a nice deep inhale. Maybe as you exhale, you crunch it in. Okay, only an option. Inhale, lift it back up if you did so. As you exhale, unravel the arms, the leg. Reach up to the sky, lift that knee in towards the chest. Warrior 3, any hand variation. High crescent lunge, step it back. Drop that back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Open up, warrior 2. Energetically hug those heels towards one another. Flip that from palm to reach. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Shanti Virabhadrasana. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale for your extended side angle. Forearm onto the thigh, maybe the fingertips towards the earth. Reach that left arm over ear line. Inhale, rise, straighten that front leg. Exhale, reverse your triangle. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale for your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Press up against that imaginary wall. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down to frame out that foot. Lift the back heel, left hand plants, right arm rises for a twist. Option to stay right here in your twist. If you want to play a little bit, inhale, rise up for your open twist. Exhale that hand down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale it down. One more time, inhale, lift it up. Exhale it down. Right hand frames out that foot. Lower that left knee, untuck the toes. Right hand to the outside or the inside of that right foot, heel toe it over. Final lizard pose here. So maybe you want to peel that foot open to begin, hand to the thigh. Maybe you bend that left knee, try to kick yourself in the glute. Maybe you want to reach back with that right hand. Do what feels good for your body and your space today. It might be different from yesterday, might be different from early this morning. And just try to settle into wherever posture you're in right now. If you have that foot lifted, maybe slowly lower it, coming into your traditional lizard. You can stay there if that feels good. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to come to a block or all the way to the earth. Just taking 10 nice inhales and exhales. Coming back to that breath here. Reconnecting. Refueling. This is like your child's pose today. but I feel like there's a lot more intensity in it. Try to draw that shoulder. If you're in your traditional pose, you're trying to draw that knee in towards the shoulder. Slow and control, rise back up if you're not there already. Curl those back toes under, lift the knee off the earth. Left foot stepping on the outside of the left hand, Yogi Squat. Hands to heart space. This time the right hand's coming out, the left arm is rising. Option to go for a half bind. Option to go for a full bind, reaching that right arm around back, claps in hands. If you don't gotta take it, it's cool. Everyone's different. Some people love Malasana like I do. Some people hate it. Unwind, come back to center. Left hand's coming out, right arm's reaching up. Go for a half bind, wherever you are. This is great. Maybe you want to go for that full bind, reaching back. Try to keep those knees drawn out. Lift that beautiful heart space. And then slowly rewind. Come back to center. Inhale, lift it all the way up, heel toe those feet together. Exhale for Utkatasana, chair pose. This time hands are coming to heart space. We're twisting towards the right, left elbow on the outside of that right knee, prayer twist. Feel connected here. And like a little flamingo, lift that left foot and shoot it all the way back for a prayer twist. Maybe you went a lot slower than I did. I didn't have control today. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, frame out that front foot. Lower that left knee, untuck the toes. Inhale here. Exhale for that half split. Inhale it forward. Exhale for that half split. One more time like that. Inhale it forward. Exhale for that half split. We're going to hold. Maybe you feel like you have a little more length and you bring that heel closer to the front of the mat. Maybe you have full split in your practice. We didn't do too much for that. But if you got it, go for it, girl. Lower that heart space down. Try to draw that left knee back. If you're trying to just go a little bit deeper. You can sit up nice and tall if that feels really good to you. Try to press that right heel into the earth like you're going to bend that knee, but you're resisting. Allow your breath to guide you a little bit deeper. And slowly making your way back out of it. Take your time. Okay? It's not easy, especially if you're in full split. We're going to curl those back toes under, lift the knee off the earth. Extending that right leg up to the sky. We all meet there. Hip over hip. Try to kick yourself in the glute. Try to release that left heel down. Option to stay here. Or option to flip your dog, find your wild thing. Inhale here. Exhale, crunch it and lower those hips down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to lower. Inhale and exhale. Draw that power in. Lift it back up. We're going to flip back to our downward facing dog. Take your time. Transitions are smooth. Release that leg. Roll forward into your plank. Go through your flow. Option to skip it and just stay in your down dog. We all meet back there. That left leg's going to come to the sky. Draw the knee in towards the nose. extend it back up. Over towards that left elbow, optional push-up. Lift it back up. Over towards that right elbow. Lift it back up. Draw that knee in towards the nose. And step it on the inside of that left thumb. Back foot 45 degrees. Root to rise for Garudasana 1. Exhale to settle. Try to draw that right hip forward, left hip back. Ground down through that back outer edge of the foot. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, heart forward, bring hips back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back. One more time, just like that. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back. This time, inhale, rise. As you exhale, arms open wide. Left arm under right, or whatever way you didn't do it before. Lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, humble warrior with eagle arms. Bow forward. Allow those shoulder blades to draw away from each other. Feel rooted down. Slowly lift this all the way back up. Pivot on that back heel. Coming into our full eagle. You can come through a warrior through transition. That feels good, or just come right up into it. The right thigh comes over to left. Sit back into that imaginary chair. Toes can meet the earth. They can come to a full wrap. Inhale. As you exhale, maybe you bow it in. Inhale it back up if you bowed. As you exhale, unravel, arms reach, knee lifts. Exhale, warrior 3. Step it back, high crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2, drop that back heel. Inhale, reach. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, lift. Exhale, extended side angle, whatever version that's calling you today. Inhale, rise and straighten. Exhale, tip it back. Inhale, rise and reach. Exhale for your Trikonasana. Press up against that imaginary wall. Inhale, rise. Exhale, warrior 2. Carve the hands down to frame out that foot. Right hand plants, left arm rises. Right option is just to come into this twist. It feels really good for you. Maybe you inhale, lift, open up. Activate that core. Exhale, lower. Energetically hug those thighs towards one another. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Left hand comes down. Lower that right knee, untuck the toes. Left hand on the inside of that left foot, heel, toe it over. Right, peel that foot open towards the pinky side. Left hand to the thigh, gaze over that shoulder. You can stay right here. Maybe you want to bend that right knee, try to kick yourself in the glute. Then you can stay with that hand there. Maybe you reach back. Grip it onto the sole of the foot, drawing the foot in towards the glute. Get a nice quad stretch here. Try to keep those hips nice and low. And breathe. Slow and control. Finding your version of lizard. Maybe it is just peeling that foot open. Maybe that foot stomps onto the ground, the knee comes in towards the shoulder. This can be lizard right here. Come to a block, come to your forearms, and just settle in. that gratitude again. Filling up your cup. Everything you're grateful for. The trees, the birds, your feet, your smile, your son, your daughter, your fur babies, your mom, your grandma, your aunts, so many things. Maybe you can throw your husband in there, who knows? Throw your boyfriend in there, who knows? And slow and control, rise back up. Curl those back toes under, lift the knee off the earth. Final Malasana, draw that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Hands to heart space. Option here is to play around with your crow pose, your headstand from crow, whatever you got. Option to twist it out again, maybe come into a half bind, full bind. Do what's calling you today. Right? You can just stay right here if this is just feeling really good for you. Maybe you want to practice that crow and those hands come out in front of you. Really press down through the fingertips here. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Sit up onto the heels. Heels draw in towards the armpits. And lean forward in those chaturanga arms. Right? You don't need to go any further than this. This might feel really good for you. Maybe lift one foot up. You have to activate here. Your gaze is forward and down, never fully down towards the earth. Maybe lift the other foot up. Energetically hug those elbows in towards one another. Activate everything in towards the midline. And just practice for a moment, or just stay there in your Malasana. Right, if there's any fun things you do here, you can come into your tripod headstand. You can come into a jump back, going through a flow. But wherever you are, we slowly move back into our Yogi Squat, Malasana. Take your time. Once you get there, inhale, lift it all the way up. Heel toe those feet together. Exhale, Garudasana chair pose. Bring that prayer right to heart space. Sit back nice and deep. Right elbow on the outside of that left knee, prayer twist. Knees stay in line with one another. Maybe lift that right foot off. And we step it all the way back for a twisted lunge. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, frame out that foot. Soften that right knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale here. Exhale, half split, half Hanuman. Inhale, forward. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. One more time, just like that. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back and hold. Any other variations? Maybe that foot comes closer to the front of the mat, and keep those hips squared. Right hip over the knee. Maybe you want to slide that knee back and try getting into your full split. I definitely don't have it today. Don't have it most days. But if you do, go for it. Just don't let the ego take over. If you know you don't have it today, maybe you had it yesterday, but if you know you don't have it today, don't let that ego take over and you hurt yourself, causing a yoga injury. We don't want that. But wherever you are, just settle for a moment. Allow that breath to get you a little bit deeper. And slow and control, we Hands frame out that foot. Left leg extends all the way to the sky for a three-legged dog. Stacking hip over hip, try to kick yourself in the glute. Option to stay here or option to flip your dog, finding your wild thing. Lift that hips up. Reach that left arm over your line. Inhale. Maybe exhale, crunch it all in. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, crunch it all in. Lift it back up. One more time, crunch it all in. Lift it back up. And then flip back, downward facing dog. Option to go through your final flow of today's practice. Maybe you want to skip it today. We all meet back in our downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth side out. Inhale. One more time, make it nice and loud. Inhale. Let go of what no longer serves you. Rock the head yes, rock the head no. And then lower down to the knees, come back into that tabletop position. Lower the arms down towards your puppy dog pose. One more time, lift the seat up towards the sky. Maybe that chin gets down towards the earth this time. Maybe it doesn't, mine doesn't today. Slowly come back to that tabletop position. One more nice shoulder stretch today. Threading the needle. The left arm reaches to the sky. And thread that needle. Cheek rests onto the earth. Shoulder rests onto the earth. Right, you have control here. So that right hand is going to show you how much pressure you're going to put onto that left shoulder. It can be just a little bit just to stretch it out. Maybe you really want to open up that heart space. Again, option to reach that right hand in front of you. Option to extend that right leg back. Maybe you want to plant that hand next to the face and lift that right leg up to the sky. All right, find a little balance today. Wherever you are, continue to breathe. And slow and control, unravel, reach that left arm back up. And release. Opposite side, that right arm's gonna reach right up and right through. You can see how this side feels. Maybe you want to spin open a little bit deeper on this side. Maybe you just want to extend that left arm out in front of you. That left leg can extend back. Maybe you want to find that balance. Wherever you are, slowly rewind, reaching that right arm back up to the sky and back down to the mat. Just sitting back onto those heels and swinging those legs out to the side, making your way onto your glutes. Legs extend nice and long in front of you. Remove those blessings, point those toes towards the sky. Take a nice deep inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, bow it forward. Right, create that space. Maybe the fingertips don't touch the toes, maybe they do. Slowly rise back up. We're gonna bend those knees
Right, bring your hands behind you, fingertips face the front of your mat. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to cross that right ankle over the left thigh for a seated pigeon. Option to stay here. Maybe you walk the hands and the glutes closer towards that left foot. Right, the closer you get, the deeper the stretch is. I have really, really open hips, so I can get all the way up there. But you want to sit up nice and tall when you do so. Flex that right foot. And just breathe. Slowly come back. Nice, slow, draw those glutes back. Plant the hands behind you, plant that left foot. We're going to lift our seat up towards the sky for a reverse table with the figure 4 legs. Maybe you want to lean your head back, maybe you just want to gaze forward. And then lower all the way down. Right foot releases, maybe shake out those hands a little bit if that feels good for you. Squeeze the fingers and release, and set up for the opposite side. So the left ankle crosses over the right thigh, right? That foot can be all the way out, right? It depends on how open your hips are, right? Maybe walk the glutes and the hands closer to that foot or that foot closer to the glutes. Finding your seated pigeon on this side. This is definitely my tighter side. I can't get as close, but sit up nice and tall. I should go out a little bit more here. And breathe. It's not the most comfortable pose, right? You will have a little discomfort, but we're getting into those hips here, our emotional jump draws, right? Live in this space, breathe through it. Nothing is permanent. Everything's always changing. Maybe your thoughts are like a roller coaster right now. Can you bring it back in? Can you connect with that breath? And slowly walk it back if you walked it forward. You might have not walked it forward. Right, we're gonna find that reverse table, lifting that seat up, figure 4. Maybe gaze goes towards the ceiling. Maybe you drop your head back, but protect that neck, okay? If you don't have that today, don't do it. If you have any neck issues, don't ever do that. And then slowly lower it all the way down. Release that foot. Shake everything out. Beautiful. And then coming into our boat pose, Shavasana. So again, sitting up nice and tall. Hands can stay on the earth the entire time. Maybe you bring it behind the thighs and lift those feet up. Lift that heart space up. Draw the shoulders back. Maybe the fingertips reach towards the feet. And I'm working a little more core before we come into our final resting pose. So inhale here, exhale, lower. Lift and lower. Keep going at your own pace. Keep breathing through it. If you want to get any other variations involved, go ahead if you know any other ones. But you got this. You can even reach the arms up and back. Right? You can twist it out if that feels really good. Okay, do what feels good. We got a few more seconds here. And then when you're done playing, lower all the way down, hug those knees in towards the chest. Lifting the legs up towards the ceiling for a waterfall pose just for a moment. Allowing that blood to flow in the opposite direction. You can sit on blocks, sit on your hands. Right, allow the legs to shake, break through that sympathetic nervous system. Giving back to our feet, finding gratitude for them, for keeping us grounded and stable each and every day. Giving back to our beautiful heart space by flowing that blood back down. Just take a moment here in your waterfall pose, stay with it, So list the things that you're grateful for about yourself. Right? Give yourself some unconditional love. Sometimes that's harder than giving love out to others. But you are strong. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You may or may not be a mom, a fur mom, a grandma, an aunt. You are you. You are the best you can be. Then hug those knees in towards the chest. Give them a squeeze. Arms open out into a T. One final twist. So draw those knees over towards the right, gaze over towards the left. Feel grounded here through both shoulders. Allow that twist to happen naturally from the hips. Slowly come back to center. Draw the knees over towards the left, gaze over towards the right. Coming back to center and setting yourself up for final relaxation, Shavasana. Right foot towards the right corner of the mat, left foot towards the left corner of the mat, hands down at the sides, palms face up as a sign of letting go, but also receiving. Right, allow Mother Earth to guide you down deeper, to protect you. Feel heavy, but also feel light and free. Letting it all go. Coming back to that natural breath pattern and taking these next few moments of our practice to breathe and for your body to recognize what you've done for it. Today, notice your self-talk, meaning how you talk to yourself about yourself. Take note of whether you congratulate yourself for your successes or not. Take note of how you feel when you don't achieve your goals and what you say to yourself. Do you dwell on what you like about yourself in a way that encourages you? Or are you excessively self-critical, self-criticizing each and every day? Often we are either out loud or in privacy of our own minds and hearts set the stages for the reality that we live in. Our thoughts to ourselves about ourselves can either elevate or limit us. Today, if you notice yourself mentally putting yourself in a place of self-criticism or harsh self-talk, actively shift this behavior by refocusing on your positive qualities, choosing to speak with love. Slowly wiggle all 10 fingers, all 10 toes. Giving yourself a full body stretch, reaching those arms overhead, pointing the toes towards the front of the room. Like it's a brand new day, it's a brand new awakening. Hugging those knees in towards the chest and just saying thank you to yourself for being who you are. Rolling over onto your right side in fetal position, eyes closed, mind quiet, that feeling of Shavasana as long as possible. Just taking another moment here to find gratitude for all the things in your life. Find gratitude for that breath, for living, breathing, and connecting. And then when you're ready, meet me back up in easy seated position, eyes closed, sitting bones grounded, heart lifting just a little bit higher. Join those hands to heart center and Anjali Mudra. Bowing your head down towards your beautiful heart space. Feel connected here. Feel that energy within you.